Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Carson Wentz's Eagles going up against Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. First carry for LeGarrette Blount. Oh, look at the strength. No. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, here's Blount. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's the way you get an opening drive going. Pick up the first down, convert on 3rd down, and how about doing it old school style, doing it with a running play.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
What a terrific way to open things up in this game. They've established dominance early, and that's all teams talk about each and every week. Who's going to take control, who's going to win the line of scrimmage, and who's going to get the running game going, and that's what they're doing. Because right now, they've tilted the field to where they are actually running downhill, as we like to say, and it's really hard for defenders to equal that out.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And Hill with it over the middle. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And not great starting field position here for the offense. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Tamahali. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 24-yard line. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And an alley to run. LeGarrette Blunt, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blunt, 76 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Fletcher Cox able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. On second down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Mahomes now on first down. fighting him off. He's going to go deep for Conley and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Now here's Mahomes. Fletcher Cox. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll run it now out of the gun. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Allen Bailey in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Donnie Jones set to punt it away now in his 14th year in the NFL. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's Thomas. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, here we go.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now, and that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Hurts over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Nifty move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run again with Hunt. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Fresh set of downs here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Open space inside the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He can't get him down. Dancing to his left. Buying time to his left. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position. Help out your team.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Mahomes going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On target over the middle to Hill. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down. That's Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz completes it to Ajayi. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw. Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That's it, baby.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll go to bunt, try and pound it in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blount with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. He'll look to throw. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Back to throw. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down right at the 45. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
To throw is Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he will at least least be able to fall on it himself. Thought it was fourth down, and the possession changes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. Shift together here from the D-line. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Wentz to throw. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to...